Fits like a glove. Hey, there's something written on here that it's hard to make out. What the?
Why is it every time something happens around here, I'm always slamming into this door? Who the heck are you? Is I, O Master? I am the genie of the Game Genie. Right. And I'm Linda Carter. Mwah. Pleased to meet you, Miss Carter. And I'm here to grant you 3 wishes. So let me get this straight. If you're a genie, like in Aladdin, I get 3 wishes? That's right. My first wish, I can't remember what I'm supposed to review, so what's my next review? Wish granted. Awesome. For my second wish, I wish I can be like Wonder Woman. Okay. No, that's not what I meant. No, no substitutions, exchanges, or refunds. No, please, I beg you. Whoa!
All the world is waiting for you.
What did you do to me? What? I made you look like Gal Gadot. No, I don't. I look like Gary Busey in Under Siege. Well, we're all not perfect. I used my final wish. Turn me back. Turn me back! Sorry, but I have to go on break. What do you mean, you have to go on break? Since genies started getting paid. Since when? It's now. I might as well review Glenn or Glinda now. Before I start the review, I gotta go use the restroom. On second thought, I'm gonna start the review now. For God's sakes, I look like my sister. What up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Adam Kowski, or at least I still think I am. And today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. Now, I love the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was inspiring. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was action-packed. This movie's the opposite. Wonder Woman 1984 is about Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, going up against a business owner losing all of his money, who comes in possession of a stone that grants wishes, but it eventually threatens the entire world. And while that's going on, she has to fight against an old friend who starts getting powers of strength and speed. That's kind of the short breakdown of the story, because there's a lot more going on in this movie. And unfortunately, that's one of its biggest problems. Not that there's any good things, and there are a lot of good things, but altogether, it does not make a good movie. One issue I had was the moral. The moral is basically, don't live a lie, even by wishes. Does that sound familiar? Remember this movie? With the genie? And they pretty much tell you the moral right at the beginning of the movie, during the Olympic Games for Amazons. And it's a good moral, and it's a good scene. It's actually a fun scene. I just wish the whole movie was like that one scene. But unfortunately, no, it's boring. Now, Gal Gadot is a good Wonder Woman. She was fantastic in the first Wonder Woman, but in here, while she's good, it's not as good as it could have been. This could have been a better performance, and it's not Gal Gadot, it's the writing and the direction she was given. Like, things could have been a lot better or have more emotion to it, but she is a good Wonder Woman. In the movie, she also wishes to have Steve Trevor back, and he technically comes back, but in another man's body. But since the audience is used to Chris Pine, they just brought Chris Pine back in for the audience to see him and not the body he was put into. Although I can see why. Chris Pine is cute. What am I saying? Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian is Maxwell Lord, who is the business owner in the movie and the main antagonist. Yes, the main antagonist. And to be honest, he's my favorite part. It's not the best written kind of villain, and he doesn't have any superpowers outside of wishing to become the Wishing Stone, but he still does a good job, and he really tries his best. And in the movie, his health is slowly deteriorating, and he looks all tired. He looks like a mess, and his life is just being drained from him from granting all these wishes. So it's a solid performance, my personal favorite. Now let's talk about Kristen Wiig. She's fine in the movie. When she becomes Cheetah is where things get lame. And she does do a good job, but a lot of people compared her to Jim Carrey in Batman Forever and Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. And it is kind of that character, the geeky character becoming a tough, bad, awesome character. But a lot of people complain about the effects in the movie. And while they are not the best effects, what bothers me is not the visual effects, but just the creativity. She's just Kristen Wiig with a tail and fur. That's all it really is. She looks like something from Cats. While the movie does have some solid performances, it's the script that's the problem. And it's poorly paced, and it's just so long. It's over 2.5 hours long, including credits. And it all just does not work. The majority of it is Wonder Woman not being Wonder Woman. Just her as Diana Prince. She gets back with Steve Trevor, or the body that he's in, and Maxwell Lord going around the world granting wishes and trying to connect with his son, but no, we honestly don't care about that. And Kristen Wiig wishing she was like Diana. And that's just the short part of it. Yes, there's more. Like in one of the scenes, Maxwell Lord goes to Egypt and he grants the wish of this rich man wishing he could have his ancestral land back. And he literally has to touch him, don't take that the wrong way, but touch him going, you would wish for that, right? And all of a sudden, a wall borders his ancestral land. But there's a bright side. No one had to pay for it. There is a good contrast when Steve Trevor does come back. He is amazed and trying out all these other things from the 80s because he died decades before, during World War I. So it is a good contrast because in the first movie, Diana had to learn about all these new things in Steve Trevor's world that she couldn't see in Themyscira. Like trying ice cream and him checking out all these other things in the 80s like rocket ships and jets. And going, hey, what's that? That's a trash can. That part was cheesy, but still, I like that contrast. But at the same time, it still doesn't make sense because the wish stone that she wished for her wish on, it doesn't just appear or see Trevor again. He takes the body of a neighbor, I guess, that she knows. Like, is anybody wondering what happened to that guy? No one does. I mean, the wish stone takes something away from you whenever you make a wish. Like, Diana loses a bit of her powers, which would make things a little more intense. Like her durability, she can she gets hurt and she's bleeding. I guess Maxwell Lord, to become the Wishstone, takes away his time from his son, but like I said, you just don't care. And let's talk about the end credit scenes. Linda Carter pops up and saves the day for like 5 seconds, and she goes, "Don't worry, I've been doing this a long time." And it has the ding when she winks. It is so cartoony. Unless you're Doc Holliday in Tombstone, don't wink in a movie. It is lame. And that's one more problem with the movie. It takes place in the 1980s. Maybe it was trying to pay homage to the 80s and such, but not that it taking place in the 80s is bad, but this movie feels like it was literally made in 1984, but I even think it being made at that time would make a more enjoyable movie. Like when something funny happens, it's comedical, but it's more cheesy than it is funny. It's still a nice looking movie. I mean, it's shot nice and it's still a big production. That's still good. But like I said, it's the script, the length, and the pacing. If there was maybe a few more action scenes in there, it would have been alright. I mean, it shows she's going off being Wonder Woman when she's not being Diana Prince, so couldn't they have like maybe 1 or 2 more scenes like that before they get all to the real big stuff? Well, speaking of which, there in the trailer you see her in the golden armor. I don't know what name it is, and it's supposed to be indestructible or just very durable. She wears this in the first 5 minutes we see her in it at the very end, and it gets destroyed like that. Also, when we see Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, not only is that lacklustering, but she's only like the Cheetah for 5 minutes. Like what you see in the trailer is almost everything you're gonna see in the movie, and it just, you forget about it. And I've already forgotten about it, and I don't plan on watching it a second time to even try to remember it. But in all means, it's not a horrible movie. It's just not written well, and it's just boring. If this movie had one more rewrite, it probably would have been better. I'm going to give Wonder Woman 1984 5 out of 10. This movie, however, was just a kick to my nuts. If I still had any. I'm back! Oh, you're back! I forgot to mention, like in the Wonder Woman movie, every time you make a wish, I take something of yours. Oh, well that explains a lot! You took my penis! I also took your pride. I used my final wish. I wish to be Adam Kowski again. I wish to be a man again. Please, turn me back! Alright. Oh, thank God. You know, you should work in fashion since you've now had experience with women's clothing. Didn't like being a woman? Was it a drag? Who writes this for you? You wrote it. I'm just reading off the script. Oh yeah? Oh, you're right. What are you doing? I'm just rewriting the script a little bit. And I'm taking away your powers. And I'm also making you vulnerable to guns. Well, let's just turn the other cheek. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna turn both my cheeks and run! Hey, get back here! Thank you all for tuning in again. I'll be back soon with another video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below and any requests for a future video. And until next time, I'm Adam Kowski, and I got a genie to kill. Get back here, you poorly painted smurf!
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. up my